So here we have the Audi A1 on a 65 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside though, you can see that it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows. We're going to start off inside the boot area of it first of all. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we have plenty of boot space, given the size of the car particularly. Also the 60-40 split folding rear seat, should you wish to increase this space even further. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see it's in fantastic condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the rev counter and coolant temperature gauge. On the right-hand side, the speedometer and fuel gauge. And then in the centre, you can see the total miles. Firstly, they are 15,536, and a digital readout for the speedometer as well. You can change information displayed in that section for various different bits of fuel economy and trip computer information using the buttons just here. We have our stereo and phone controls there as well. And then in the center, we have the main screen for the car. So up on here, you can access certain things, including, of course, pairing your telephone. All of the movement I'm making on the screen, I'm doing so using this dial. These 4 buttons relate to the 4 corners of the screen, which will become handy within certain menus, and I'll show you that in a moment. And you can access some of the menus directly from here as well. So telephone was the menu we were on a moment ago. If we go to radio, you'll now see that we're on the radio menu for the car, and you can see the 4 corners of the screen that relate to those 4 buttons I mentioned a moment ago. So waveband, for example, will show you that this car's got DAB, FM and medium wave radio. If we press the media button on the main head unit, and then again that top right hand corner button, you'll also see we've got an SD memory card input, CD player, Audi's multimedia interface, and a Bluetooth input as well if you like, so you can stream your music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio. We can turn off the stop and start. This car is designed to cut out when it's stationary in traffic to save you fuel. The system's off when that light shows. We have our hazard warning lights, of course. The main volume for the stereo, our CD player, SD memory card inputs, and then below that, the air conditioning. So you can adjust the temperature, fan speed, and the direction the air is being distributed in. When you're happy with those settings, that's your air conditioning off. Back on again, you can recirculate the air that's in the car. That's a great way of heating it up or cooling it down quickly, depending on the temperature you've set over here. We've got a heated driver's seat with 2 heat settings, and the same for the passenger side. Rear heated screen, we can turn our traction control off and change the drive of this car. So you can let the car decide by having it in auto. You can put it in dynamic, efficiency, and then back to auto again. And then finally, we have a 6-speed manual gearbox and this fantastic sunroof. So we have a manual sunblind that opens up, and then this front section will open as a full sliding sunroof, as you can see. So not only does it let in a huge amount of light, but of course the air from the sunroof section as well. The last thing I want to show you is some of the paperwork we hold for the car. As you can see, we have 2 keys for the vehicle, the V5 registration document, a stack of service paperwork there as well. But it is worth me pointing out that if this car requires an MOT or a service within the 6 months at the point at which we sell it, we will do those for you as well. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Watson Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.